We'll start with Katie.
Last week, Coach Saban talked about on his radio show about how important it is forcing turnovers and how, the team had gotten a lot of interceptions, but not a lot of forced fumbles so far. How much have y'all been working on that, maybe as linebackers trying to force fumbles, and how challenging is it, or how much are you thinking about during a play creating a turnover, or is it more just, I got to make this play, I got to make this tackle?
I mean, Coach does emphasize making turnovers in games a lot. That's something we work on really every day in practice since camp started. We try to work on that throughout practice and try to implement it in the game. It is a lot tougher in situations, but like I said, it's something we definitely need to work on because it definitely has an impact on the game.
Nick Kelly.
Hey, Christian, just curious, the historic, Alabama Tennessee rivalry, what stands out to you most about this historic rivalry?
Just how bought in the fans are to it. It really makes it even more exciting for us to go out there and play the game. I know those games on Saturdays, especially versus Tennessee, well, like I said, or like you were really saying, with a big rivalry. I mean, it really doesn't matter what you did before, the week before, or what they did. There's a whole different type of energy on this night, so we got to be prepared for it.
Michael.
Yeah, what makes this Tennessee defense look so different from our offense? What does it look different from last year?
They're very versatile. Their quarterbacks have, the ability to be able to sit in the pocket and throw and make a couple good QB runs as well. They can get out the pocket and extend plays. They got a lot of guys on the perimeter. They're pretty fast at, as far as being in the backfield with perimeter runs or doing sweeps with certain players or throwing screens and stuff. They're very explosive and they put up a good amount of points all year. So they're definitely going to present a good challenge for us.
Charlie.
Hey, Christian. Last week, Will Anderson was really vocal, and he kind of has been all year. Just as an older guy, what is it like to see a younger player like Will kind of step up into a leadership role?
Will's a great leader for our team. And he really came in, since his freshman year and just went straight to work. And that's really where everybody earned, he earned so much respect from everybody on our team. So, whenever he speaks, it does have value, and everybody will listen.
Joey.
Hey, Christian, you've been moving up on the line a lot more this year in your past couple of seasons, and I'm just curious, so how are you liking that adjustment to your game so far this season?
It's definitely a lot more fun for me. Try something different. It's not something I've usually done before, especially, being in high school. High school, I never rushed off the edge or was up on the line before. So, getting to fit in new spots and try to be more versatile and help the team in any way I can is definitely been good for me.
Tony.
Christian, what are the traits that Henry has that makes him a good signal caller on the defense?
I mean, he's very vocal. He's also one of the leaders on our team. It's a guy you can trust that knows his assignment. And when he makes a call, we make sure all 11 guys are on that same call. So he does a really great job with that.
Michael.
Yeah, coming off to the A&M game, did you feel like holding them out of Mississippi State, holding them out of the end zone, was that like a statement for this defense?
Can you say that again?
After the A&M game, the points you guys gave up in College Station, was holding Mississippi State out of the end zone. Was that a statement you guys wanted to make, or what do you think you guys said with that game Saturday?
I think, one thing we noticed from the A&M week was just we need to prepare better. Trying to bounce back and not be a team that, lacked preparation and had the same outcome, had to be motivated for that game. You had to be motivated by a loss in order to bounce back like that. That's something we want to do each week, not just that week versus Mississippi State. And that's something we're trying to stand on.
Final questions? Thank you, Christian. We'll get started with Katie.
John, Saturday was probably your best game receiving-wise this year, at least yardage-wise. How much do you think that opening drive and the touchdown on the opening drive kind of set the tone for the game for you?
I think it helped a lot. I think it was momentum for our offense as a whole. Just scoring the first drive is always important, whether it's coming off halftime or whether you get it at the beginning of the game. So I think it was really important for me and for our offense.
Mike.
What have you seen from Trayshawn Holden behind the scenes that's helped him earn some of the playing time that he's gotten lately?
Definitely just the work that he's been putting in, just showing up to practice and doing what he has to do, just coming to get better every day and try and work. I think that definitely is definitely translating.
Charlie.
Hey, John. Coach Saban said you're battling through some injuries going into this season, and maybe you're taking some time to get back. Just how do you feel health wise, and how much more comfortable do you feel maybe than when the season started?
Um, I feel good health wise. It's football. Everybody that plays has nicks and knacks that they deal with and stuff like that. Probably felt good coming in the beginning of the season. Was probably just still dealing with a couple lingering things and things like that. But I feel good. And like I said, it's just football. Players all over the country are dealing with things all the time.
Michael,
Yeah, John, how would you describe your role within the passing game?
I don't know how to answer it. Get open. I don't know. Get open and catch the ball, I guess. How else would you want to ask that question?
I mean, it seems like you get a lot of the passes. It seems most of them, a lot of them, they're on the shorter, the intermediate range. Is that kind of like what you're focusing on, or what they're focusing with you? Some of the shorter routes in that sense.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't. I guess from the beginning of the season, I've been getting a lot of shorter routes, a lot of bubbles. I guess that's just the role that I had to play. And going week to week, whatever our game plan is, whatever the role I need to play is, that's what I'm going to do.
Edwin,
Hey, John, can you just talk about Bryce and his development, just how different he is from day one to now, and what you've seen from his development?
I think it was just experience. Bryce always had all the tools and intangibles and everything. I think the only thing was just experience from our first game, his first game starting till now. You just see him more comfortable, and that's just because he has more experience out there.
Tony,
Yeah, John, a couple of big blocks, one from yourself, one from Slade on one of your catches. How seriously do you guys take blocking as the receiving unit? And is there a little bit of a competitiveness there to see who has the best blocks, or who is the best blocker on the team, receiver-wise?
I think I'm the best blocker, first and foremost. I think I'm the best blocker. But yeah, you got to take pride in it. You got to take pride in all parts of the game, not just catching and running, not just playing with the ball, but without the ball. But yeah, there were definitely some good blocks, and it's something that we do take pride in and something we do talk about.
Charlie,
And being someone that's not originally from the South, just how much did you know about this Alabama Tennessee rivalry before you got to Tuscaloosa, and how much have you learned about it since?
I didn't know anything about it before I got to Tuscaloosa, but I learned almost everything about it since being in Tuscaloosa. It's kind of just different when it's Tennessee week and the rivalry. So I kind of understand the importance of it to the fans and the importance of it to the team.
Michael,
Yeah, I know we've asked Jameson this, and I'm not sure if we asked you. And trying to get some clarity on the touchdown celebration you guys do. Can you explain the origin of it, where it came from, and how it's evolved?
Most of the time, it's just J-Mo and I freestyling, and Bryce just freestyling, just having fun playing the game. Whether it's something we do in practice and it starts in practice that week, or whether it's something where we start talking about on the sideline, it's just us having fun and playing the game we love.
Mike,
There's like 6 or 7, I'd say, younger receivers in the room between the freshmen and the sophomores. How do you kind of see your role in terms of mentoring them and being a leader for them, given they all have different situations in terms of playing time?
I think just by doing what I'm supposed to do, which is work hard in practice hard, and just lead by example. Really, I think that's the only thing you really can do, is just lead by example and uphold to the standard, and try and continue the standard so that they can also continue the standard.
Michael,
Yeah, sorry, one more in celebration. I don't know if you saw Jordan Battle. He kind of had a dance move after he had his second interception. What do you think of that?
I thought that was tough. I thought it was very tough. He was doing his little Florida thing.
final question, Katie.
Kind of going back to the beginning of the game, the defense got the interception to give you all the ball back. How much, I don't know if pressure is the right word, but pressure is it for the offense to keep up the momentum after a turnover to try and score?
No pressure at all. It definitely wasn't pressure. It was momentum. When the defense gives us the ball, it's just energy. It's just energy and momentum, and we go out there and do what we do and just score. So as long as we score and defense keeps getting us the ball, then we'll always be in for a fun game.
Thank you, Metchie. Jordan Battle will be next.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take questions for Jordan Battle. We'll start with Charlie.
Hey, Jordan. Brandon Turnage is obviously up in Tennessee now, and he had a good game a couple of games ago. Just how much do you keep up with him, and how happy are you, even though he's at Tennessee, to see him having success?
Me and BT speak every day. He's one of my best friends. We have a long life relationship. I'm very happy for him. I'm proud of him, especially for achieving that SEC Defensive Player of the Week a few weeks ago, and I'm hoping for continued success from my guy.
AP.
Hey, good afternoon, Jordan. So, Jordan, I know you were going to reveal the name of the dance. I'm not sure this is the week. Is it? Can anybody else copy that dance? And then also, what can you tell me about the Tennessee receivers?
About the dance, I'm not gonna speak on that yet. Not right now. I don't want to reveal it because I don't want nobody stealing it from me. But about Tennessee receivers, they all have great size. They're very, very likely to make. They're very good at making big plays. They have speed across the board. So we're just gonna have to, have a good emphasis on slot cover this week and outside coverage. All in practice with a good focus.
Michael.
Yeah, two quick ones. So are you still talking to Brandon this week? You talk every day. Is it even during Tennessee week?
Yeah, we talk every day.
Even about the game? Or is it just
we stay away from football. Stay away from football.
And with Henry, he kind of made the opposite move from Tennessee to Alabama. Is anyone talking to him this week about that kind of stuff?
Not that I know of. Probably gonna have to be a question for Henry.
Nick.
Hey, Jordan, just curious, what stands out to you about the Alabama Tennessee rivalry?
It goes way, way back to this is an important game for the alumni. There's going to be a lot of alumni at this game. We know how rich in history this rivalry game is, and we just hope to give the fans what they want to see.
Katie.
Last week, Coach Saban talked about how important it is to win the turnover margin. How much pride did the DBs take this past week getting 3 interceptions against Mississippi State?
Yeah, we put a big emphasis on breaking on the ball this last week. We know we played a lot of 8-drop because they're air raid offense, and we put a big emphasis on breaking on the ball and creating turnovers. And I'm happy we did that in the game.
Joey.
Hey, Jordan, what differentiates this Tennessee offense from what you've seen over the past couple of seasons there?
Really, the biggest difference is up tempo. They almost have a similar offensive scheme to Ole Miss. They're very fast. We have to focus on getting lined up early and getting the call and making sure we execute.
Tony.
Jordan, when was the first moment you really realized that Henry was such a leader on this team? And if you can just remember, just when was that first, I guess you knew he was going to be a leader for y'all?
I don't really quite remember, but I know it was before the season even started. Henry was upstairs almost every day, making sure he knew the playbook in and out. Him and Christian were up here. They were up here every day with Coach Golden, making sure he knew. Christian was making sure Henry knew the ins and outs of the defense. And now Henry is just becoming that vocal leader like we need him to be at that mic spot, making sure the front is together, making sure the DBs have the call, and we're all on the same page, man. We're all right.
Final 2 questions, Michael and then Charlie.
Yeah, there was maybe some criticism after that A&M game for the defense. Do you think did you hear that? And was that Mississippi State game, was that a response to what, was that a statement for that criticism?
Nah, ain't no statement. It was just us, recovering from a tough loss and not letting that one loss determine what we can become for the future. And, just making sure everybody was just not letting adversity, hit us in the wrong way. And instead of letting it hit us in the wrong way, just get motivated.
Final question, Charlie.
Yeah, Will Anderson was obviously very vocal last week, and he's really stepped up into a leadership role for you guys. Just, how good is that to see from a young player, and how much whenever he says something, does everybody kind of perk up and pay attention to it?
Yeah, Will is a great influence on when he speaks to the team. Everybody's locked in, everybody listens, And as you can see last year, it turned out to be a good thing, a good outcome. And we're just going to continue to do that as a leadership group on this team is get on the guys and, make sure our focus is always right and on the right things.
Thank you, Jordan. Thanks, guys.